We need to have a little talk.
How would you feel? Don't tell me how would you feel? Don't tell me how would you feel? Don't tell me how would you feel? Pretty bad, give me running all year. Still counting the money right here. They laugh, but I love when they laugh, but I love when I hear it. Damn. Go off, okay. Go off, okay. Go off, okay. Go off, okay. Yeah, me back, give me running all year. Still counting the money right here. They laugh, but I love when they laugh, but I love when I hear it. Damn.
And what is the conversation, you ask, Wolfie? Well, to everyone out there in the Kingston Council, yeah, we do need to have a little chat. And it's about, watching what you say. Now, if anyone doesn't remember, there is a stream that I did last night, the Yakuza series that I'm on right now, and it's Like a Dragon. And we stumbled upon a, sad scene, because as you know, when you're at that part of a Yakuza game, that's when it gets sad. And it got pretty sad. However, as it got sad, there were some comments, and I want to regard that because it was pretty messed up. I've stated about this a good amount of times about like how you should respond to these type of things, and to explain it. Basically, in the game of Yakuza Like a Dragon, we pretty much reached the scene to where we find out a character named Sawashiro, who pretty much put a baby in a damn locker. And the chapter is called Coin Locker Baby, title drop. And basically from that point, he explained, like, you beat the crap out of Sawashiro, right? And the moment you do that, he explains his side of the story. Well, his life story. And we get a background check on him, right? He put a baby in the locker. And as the kid got older, when another character saved him, which was Arakawa, he was pretty much taking care of him like he was his own son. And, there was another scene where it showed where that child was complaining and crying that he couldn't walk. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, right? As we moved on and progressed through the game, I stumbled upon a person that commented this. And that's when I just completely, went off. Because, even though, yes, it is a video game, you gotta also, look at certain things. When it comes to video games, some stuff in reality are referenced in video games. And not every video game is referenced to reality. But when it does, you have to come into a comprehensive state that you gotta realize that, yes, you may have an opinion on how you feel on certain things. But if you're going to be streaming about a game, or you're going to be talking about a game, you got to be considerate on how you voice that opinion. Because, again, as I stated on stream, the kid isn't ungrateful. The kid is nowhere near ungrateful. Because as I stated on the stream, I will state it here again, as a child, you have no control on what you're going to do. That child didn't choose to be handicapped. He didn't choose to be thrown into a damn locker room or a locker and be stuck there for like God knows when. Some people can relate to that type of situation. Whether you're a child or you're an adult, there are certain things that are literally out of your control. And that's why I came up here to state that don't be that type of person. Don't be that type of person. You need to literally be considerate on what you say to certain people or in general, because you don't know who's around you and someone else can be upset. Now, I know some people are going to be like, oh, you're being a little you're just butthurt about it. No, not necessarily. I'm not being butthurt about it. It's that reason why I can relate to it is because, well, just like how that child in the game had no control on being able to have the ability to walk, I can relate to that because years ago, when I was 3 months old as a baby, I was literally an infant. I was a little bean. My father, whose name is Dedrick Gilbert, my father, he passed away by protecting his friend. Now, for some people who don't know, yes, Dedrick Gilbert is my father, who is the man that played Dookie in the movie Boys in the Hood.
Something like that. I want one of them hoochies over there.
Dookie, you full of shit. You know bitch gonna be all way asking no pussy.
I bet you I get more pussy than you.
Yes, I'm his son. I was 3 months old when he passed. I couldn't comprehend in my mind until I was 4 or 5 years old that my father is gone. And of course, how did I react? Fucking cried. What you think? For the few years until I was 11, it sucked. It really sucked. I don't know what it feels to grow up with a father, because he passed away. He passed away when I was born, basically. I was 3 months old. I was 3 months into the new world. And as soon as I was able to walk and talk, I was told, oh yeah, no, your father's not here, son. Your father's not here. And that's the shittiest thing I could ever hear. And now, as an adult, I can cope with it better, obviously, but it's still hard for me to deal with it, because with all the things that I have been accomplished or accomplishing right now in my career of what I'm trying to do as, a cosplayer, dancer, pro wrestler, and streamer, I just wish that my dad was here, And that's why I can relate to this sort of situation of things that are out of your control as a child. You don't know what's going to happen around you. You don't know the people that are going to be around you, aside from your mom and dad, obviously, unless you're, chucked into a fucking locker. From another person that was watching the stream was stating their reason that they could relate to this character, that they could relate to the child not able to walk, have family, and they weren't able to, see their family because of a sickness, which is cancer. And everyone knows how crazy cancer can be. Cancer sucks. It sucks. And they weren't able to they weren't able to spend time with their loved ones. And that person wasn't able to, have that feeling. And it sucks because they're never going to get that feeling again. And so I felt bad for that person because, again, that person and I can relate because of this situation. And of course, another person tries to calm them down, stating that they meant no harm. Yet that person is not comprehending of why we can relate to this. And all that person was doing was literally trying to calm down the situation when it wasn't a reason for that person to calm down. And then they want to end the comment or end the conversation by saying, sigh, geez. Like, that is the biggest backhand you can ever give. Because I guarantee you, if it was you on the other end, if the roles were reversed, I'm pretty sure you'd be pissed. So if you don't want to be treated like that, don't treat people like that. Point blank, period. And this is why I wanted to make this video, because no matter what you're doing, whether you're playing a video game or watching a movie or, TV show, whatever, there are going to be events where you yourself can personally relate. And hell, there may be someone else that can relate to that too. But don't be an asshole. And that's all I pretty much wanted to state about this. Don't be a jerk. And honestly, if you don't want to be on the other end of how me and the other individual were during that stream last night, don't be a douche. Don't be a jerk. Point blank, period. That's it. Now, as soon as this video is uploaded, that's when you should know that Yakuza Like a Dragon, the next episode of the stream, will be soon, later tonight. So hopefully when this message gets across. And if it doesn't, well, I mean, who am I to tell you what to do? I'm just stating. But hey, thank you very much for, watching this video. And thank you for understanding on both ends. Don't let the darkness dim your light. Make sure life doesn't end in despair. And as always, the content's with you. Please make sure you have yourself a pleasant one.